All right, so what are the implications of all of this? Well, magic rituals are usually categorized as magic, and magic as a category is usually rejected, considered slippery, non-specific, reductive, or dismissive. Magic is reduced to quackery, false practices, and the malpractice of medicine. I remember the first lecture I gave on this, my colleague stood up and said, I thought we were going to talk about Buddhism. We're just talking about this quackery, this old nonsense, this fake medicine. I'm like, I don't know. I think we're talking about the very essence of how people relate to gods and goddesses, the way people interact with the world and see their world, their place in the world, a reflection of their social tensions that are described in these practices, their material culture, what things and herbs and substances and animals people were interacting with all the time. We do find, in fact, that magic alleviates pain. I make this point often, at least the pain of inertia. And it creates meaning, even though it deploys religious structures and symbols in an unsanctioned manner. So these rituals look like other rituals, but they're not done in a way an Orthodox Brahmin would accept. Magic highlights the transaction with and coercion of deities. Now, this is anathema, or considered forbidden to monotheist scholars or devotion-oriented Hindus. If you think Hinduism is all about just loving God, well, this isn't about loving God. It's about transacting with gods, many gods. If you're a monotheist that believes that God cannot be influenced in any way and all the world is predestined by God and is under God's rule, well, then what is this magic that is seeking to change the very order of things, to alter stuff and alter events according to one's own desires? These magic rituals are normal. They're ubiquitous. I mean, they are, while lots of Indians don't practice these, people know about them, they hear about them, they worry about them. And in the internet age, more and more people are soliciting priests to do these than ever, because you can get on WhatsApp and be in secret, encrypted communication with ritual practitioners that aren't in your immediate vicinity. So it's not like somebody can say, hey, I saw you talking to that sorcerer last night. Who you trying to get in bed? Who you trying to kill? Whose money you trying to take? You can contact them over the internet. They can do the ritual and no one will be the wiser. So Hindus pejoratively pepper their vernacular language, whether it's Hindi, Tamil, or Bengali, with the term black magic. So they'll be talking right along and I'll be talking them through an interpreter, or I'll be speaking in Hindi with them, and they'll just shift and drop that word black magic in. So they'll call these rituals tantra mantra, or let's not even worry about that term, or they'll just straight up use the English words black magic. So delineating and describing magic rituals in this way suggests a new approach to study and compare magic rituals. These are ready for comparison. So while when we think about magic and the magical, we usually talk about magic powers that are bestowed by God or created by extensive personal sanctity, these we need to actually turn away from those magic powers and turn toward magic rituals, to reject fuzzy terms like magical in use of a more specific ritual genre, which is these magic rituals like the Shatkarmani, the Kautuka Karma, and Yakshini Sadhana. This approach opens archives previously dismissed and rarely translated, be they published or in manuscript forms, including the vast Oud corpus. And furthermore, this data is just ripe for using comparisons. Magic rituals ought to be viewed alongside Hellenistic spell troves, medieval European low magic grimoires, Western natural magic, the contemporary pragmatic spellcraft of African American hoodoo, and contemporary neo-pagan kitchen magic, with a caveat that neo-pagans reject and hoodoo folk embrace aggressive magic results, to name a few. The stakes are nothing less than the nature of ritual and the nature of religion. And I just want to point at it one more time. When you look at the miracles of Christ, which are representative of a wide mythical range in the Hellenistic world, you see that a lot of them look like some of these rituals we described. So while the Hellenistic, Egyptian, Jewish, and Christian and Neoplatonic texts have had their magic rituals easily compared because they were using similar languages or from a similar time, they haven't been put in conversation with all of this Indic material. And I think it does literally bring us to a greater understanding of the role of ritual in our lives, to look at these types of rituals and look at them together and actually wonder, what are the stakes of any of the rituals that we do? It's fun to think about. I'll see you next time.